ChazmaN here with another recap of pickups. This last week was actually really good for me. This current week has been really good to me as well. Also, go ahead and stick around to the end so you guys can see a particular game I got. It's definitely now in my top 5 of highest priced games, so go ahead and stick around for that towards the end. I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. As you guys have seen in other previous weeks, I love Goosebumps. I don't know if I read all of them. I probably read maybe 20 to 35% of them back in grade school. Loved going to the library picking them up. So I got a big chunk of them right here that a buddy picked out or found for me at a Goodwill. We got some more Fear Streets here. We have Fear Street Silent Night 2. Some good old R.L. Stine. We got The Snowman. And I also have The Sleepwalker. Now, Fear Streets, I actually didn't read any of them, but some of the original Goosebumps I've read. We got some more. We got Ghosts of Fear Street. This one actually right here I have read. This is Monster Blood. Next one is going to be Say Cheese and Die. Love these artworks on these. I always thought these were super cool. We got Piano Lessons Can Be Murder. I think I read this one. This was A Night in Terror Town. Didn't read this one. I always like the cover of this one, though. This is The Barking Ghost. This guy's got that sweet smile. Horror at Camp Jelly Jam. Next, we got Egg Monsters from Mars. We got Attack of the Jack-O-Lanterns. I don't know why I couldn't say that. We got How I Learned to Fly. And once again, all of these are almost all from Goodwill. Goodwill paperback books are normally about 50 cents. Hardcovers are normally $1 to $2. But we got the last one is The Blob That Ate Everyone. And I actually have so many Goosebumps now at this point. I think I was going to wait until after this week to go ahead and start doing it. But I might try and get some sort of list going where I can kind of keep track, and maybe whenever I find more, maybe I'll have it somewhere on screen so you guys can see where I'm at in terms of what I have. Also, I do still love getting the original motion picture soundtracks for certain movies. An underrated movie that I love, other people may not like it, was The Phantom Menace. This is a great soundtrack. I mean, there's tons of songs on here that, I mean, honestly, I'd pop them in on Spotify all the time and just listen to them in the car or when I'm at work, anywhere. So yeah, that's a great one to have. Got that, I think it was 50 cents. Let's see, let's go. All right, so again, previous weeks I also mentioned I want to start getting some major CDs that I actually really like, some soundtracks that mean a lot to me. And it's not just good. I don't want to just grab CDs that have like one song on them. I'm going to try and get CDs that, like, literally the entire CD I could pop in and listen to the whole thing whenever I feel like it. So pretty much only stuff that I really care about. But first one here is actually a really good one. This is Motley Crue's Dr. Feelgood, their best album in my opinion. Of course, this has classics as Dr. Feelgood. This has Kickstart My Heart. Sticky Sweet's really good, and Same Old Situation. Those are my favorite ones. But again, this is a great album, and almost every song on there is great. So, Motley Crue. Another all-time great one is Green Day's Dookie. I always love the artwork on this one. It's totally crazy. So kind of like a Where's Waldo looking thing. But yeah, that's a great one. Great songs on here, of course, are Chump, Longview, Welcome to Paradise, Basket Case. Those songs have been played on, radio stations, or at least in this era, on all of our alternative radio stations for years. So, great songs. We got Megadeth. What is this? Megadeth's Countdown to Extinction. Oh, I forgot the name of the album for a second. Let's see. Of course, this one has Symphony of Destruction. Countdown to Extinction is really good. Skin on My Teeth is really good. Not a huge Megadeth fan, but there are certain songs that I really, really like. Main reason why I like them is, of course, the connection to Metallica with Dave Mustaine. But yeah, so I like him from that time. I'm actually a pretty big Limp Bizkit fan. So this is Chocolate Starfish, a really good album. So this one also has Hot Dog, My Way, Rollin', which of course is the big song from that. Full Nelson, My Generation. Tons of great songs on this one. Next is my all-time favorite band, of course. Well, I don't know if you guys didn't know that, but it's Metallica. This isn't one of their better albums, but it's definitely a good one. It's got some great ones on it. This is Metallica Reload. This is one of their later ones in the late 90s, but I generally tend to prefer the 80s to early 90s Metallica. But this is still pretty good. I mean, it's got Fuel, The Memory Remains, The Unforgiven 2. It's got Devil's Dance, Better Than You. So it's got some really good ones. I still prefer some of the other albums, but this is definitely a cool one to have, especially because I love Fuel. So another underrated band. This is Static X, Wisconsin Death Trip. It's a really good band. Unfortunately, Wayne Static, their lead singer, died not too long ago. Just if you didn't know that. But a really good band. I mean, this one has Push It, I'm With Stupid, I always can never say this, Otsegolation. Otsego was some kind of weird thing. They had other songs that involved the word, but most of the songs that had that word in it were pretty good. So next we have Powerman 5000, Tonight the Stars Revolt. Another kind of underrated metal slash rock band. Lead singer is actually the brother of Rob Zombie, if you didn't know that. But there's a couple decent songs on here. I mean, I especially like it just because, to me, this is one of the cooler looking albums that metal had in kind of the early to mid 2000s. But definitely some good ones on here. You got Supernova Goes Pop, When the Worlds Collide, Tonight the Stars Revolt, and then they had a cover of something. Oh, Good Times Roll. So yeah, a couple decent songs on there that I like. Next we have Incubus Make Yourself. That is actually a really good one. I mean, this of course has, what is it? Oh, Stellar, Make Yourself, Drive, of course. Drive is the big song on there. I personally really like Stellar and Pardon Me. I mean, Drive's a great song. I always thought it was a little overrated. I always liked Pardon Me and Stellar. But yeah, that's definitely a great album. Alright, and the last of the CDs I got here is Slipknot's Iowa. Slipknot is my second favorite band of all time, behind Metallica. But I don't know, I just started listening to them at a good time, and always super dug anything they did. So some of the great ones on here would be My Plague. My Plague was actually, like, I guess one of the lead soundtrack songs on the original Resident Evil movie. So that was a cool little plug-in for them there. You got that, Disaster Piece, Left Behind, the Heretic Anthem, whole bunch of good songs on that one. This is pretty metal, so I mean, unless you really like metal, you may not enjoy it. Some of the other ones are a little more rocky / metal, but that's definitely the most hardcore on there. If you can't see here, right over here, I actually have Order the Phoenix and the Deathly Hallows on hardcover, because I mentioned before how I want to go back and start trying to get some Harry Potter hardcover books. I actually got another good one. Got this one for fairly cheap. This is the Half-Blood Prince. So now I got those three. Still got to go back and get the other four, but definitely starting to get there. Almost got all of them. Let's see. Got a couple toys here. Buddy gave me this one from some deal he had. I have no idea what it is. If any of you guys know what it is or what TV show it's from, in the comments down below, if you happen to know, you can go ahead and mention it. I have no idea. I'm assuming it looks like he might be from either Doom or Spawn. But yeah, some kind of demon thing with metal legs, so kind of cool looking. For free, actually, in a local thrift store, because I didn't have $1 on me and I had my debit card, where I got this little SpiderMan McDonald's little car toy. That's actually from 1996, so kind of dumb. I think it was only $1 and they just let me have it because I'm regular, so kind of cool. Did do some diving. When was this, like 3-4 days ago? Didn't find much, but I always enjoy getting the little rubber covers for the Wii controllers. So yeah, got one of those. I think I had like 4. It's like my 4th or 5th. So those are actually nice to have sometimes. I actually got the a cool thing I did find was I actually got the full box for the Destiny 2 limited edition. I actually already have this for PC, but I don't know. Now I got a second one, and maybe down the line, if I'm able to find the contents inside, I'll have a complete Destiny 2 Xbox One limited edition. So I don't know. Mine's over here. So another cool thing, stuff that I've actually noticed the price is slowly, but it does seem to always go up every time I look, are a lot of these live albums. Now, the DVD, VHS, stuff like that from bands. I'm not sure why. I picked some up just because I really enjoy. These are bands that I really enjoy listening to, and a guy at a yard sale was selling them for incredibly cheap. I think they were like $1 or $2 each. But yeah, for some reason, every time I look online, they seem to be going up. So, I mean, I've definitely tried to pick up a couple. Let's see. First, we have Megadeth, That One Night. Where is it? I think this is Buenos. Oh, yeah, Argentina. So that's kind of cool. That's from 2005, a live event. Next, we have Judas Priest, Electric Eye. This one has a bunch of different live performances. Trying to see where. Oh, okay. So like Dallas, Texas, England, which they are a British band, so of course there would be an English performance on here. But definitely a great band, all time. One of my all-time favorite. Judas Priest is great. Next we have Def Leppard's Visualize. Def Leppard's definitely a great band, so I'm actually going to try and watch this one at some point. So of course, so England, they got a live performance, couple England ones, and then some other one. I don't know where Sheffield is. Oh, okay, that's the England one. So yeah, two performances on that one. And then another band that I really like is Slayer. This is Still Raining. And this one was made in... I don't know, it doesn't even show it. But that's definitely a really cool one to have. I like the box art on all four of these. Alright, and before I get into the last stack with all the games in it, I'm just going to show off a little TV I got. I actually got this from work, because we were actually going to toss it at work because we used it for something, and ended up, they thought it didn't work, so they were tossing it. So I snagged it up. It's just a little 19-inch Dynex HD TV. I actually have a buddy who said he really wants a little HD TV like this, so he's going to give me a PC monitor that he got at a yard sale and $20. So yeah, turn that into that. Pretty cool. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the video games. Last stack I got here. First few games I got here is an SNES version of Star Fox. I actually don't have too much attachment to this SNES Star Fox. I didn't play too much of it. The one I played primarily was Star Fox 64. That's the one I primarily care about, which I have. But yeah, definitely a cool one to get. I got this for $5 at a local yard sale, so definitely a nice find. At one of our local Goodwills. I actually generally don't really find Nintendo DS games. My Nintendo DS collection isn't all that incredible. I mean, it's so hard to find the cases with these things, but I don't know, anytime I find one, I'm normally happy. So this is Freedom Wings for the Nintendo DS. Some sort of Japanese flying game developed by Natsumi, whoever that is. Let's see. So this little stack right here, I actually got from a gentleman at a yard sale who me and some buddies discovered, and he was selling tons and tons of DVDs and video games and all sorts of cool, really cool stuff. He's the one that I got the live album DVDs, or the live DVDs, live show DVDs. And I got this little stack of games right here. Got all these like $1 or $2 each, which is really cool. First one we have is SpiderMan 2 for the PlayStation 2. Really good game. I haven't played too much of it, but that might be one I definitely try and go back through. So yeah, SpiderMan 2 for the PS2. Next I just picked this one up because I'd never heard of it, and I was hoping it'd be worth like $30 or something, but it's only, Spider-Man's only worth $10. This one's worth $10 as well. This is Neopets, The Darkest Fairy. Some sort of Neopets promo card, which is in there, so whatever, that makes it worth $10, I guess. I actually prefer the movie, but I have played this game. This is Batman Begins. So yeah, kind of a decent game. I think I rented it from Blockbuster, honestly, at some point, and I don't know, thought it was decent. Now, I actually love these games, but this is Left 4 Dead 2. I do have Left 4 Dead 1, which that's the one I prefer over Left 4 Dead 2. But definitely a great game. I actually don't think this one has the manual, so yeah, gotta get a manual for that one at some point, but I don't know, I got it for a few bucks, so that's pretty cool. And the most expensive item that I got, which is actually really cool, from the gentleman who sold me all this stuff. This is Test Drive Eve of Destruction. Now, I'm not a huge race car or test drive fan. To be honest, the only reason why I got it is because while my friend was talking to the gentleman at the yard sale, I went ahead and took a sneak peek to see how much this one was worth. Just because I had heard some of the racing games can be worth a bit on PS2. And luckily, it showed me $45. So yeah, I decided to snag that one up, Test Drive Eve of Destruction. This is now probably one of my top 3 or 4 highest priced games. Definitely pretty cool. Might try to play it someday, but yeah, now that's one of my most expensive single games. I mean, of course, consoles and stuff are more expensive, but as for one single game, that one's a $45 game, so really happy with that. And the last item I have here is a game that I actually really like. It's The Witcher 2. Now, I thought this was some sort of limited or collector's edition, seeing as how much came with it and how thick it is. I think this is just a regular edition of it, maybe just on PC they made special ones. But yeah, I mean, it comes with a bunch of stuff. I'll show some pictures down below of what comes with it, but definitely really cool. Got this for, I think it was like $3 at Goodwill. Doesn't go for much, it only goes for maybe $10, so. Alright, well that's everything, guys. I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you guys really liked the video. In the comments, don't forget to, leave any messages about any cool things you guys might have found throughout the week. I'd love to hear about it and, talk with you guys. But I just want to say once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next week. Bye.
Everyone signed? Yes. Good. On we go.